You've made it to the second, third, or maybe even fourth interview, or if you haven't, you are interviewing for a higher level job. One secret ingredient that is going to knock the socks off your interviewer is if you have a 30, 60, 90-day plan with you. I'm going to share with you what that is, why you want to use one, how to create one, and if you stay to the end, I'm going to give you a template that you can use to create your own. This 30, 60, 90-day plan is basically a conversation tool that you can use when answering the question, what would you do in the first 90 days if you were the successful candidate in this job? What would you implement in your first 3 months? What things would you want to focus on? What specific goals do you have? How you would measure achieving those goals, the metrics basically. Here's what they're looking for when they ask you this question. I'm going to give you 3 things. The first one is, do you understand what the role you were interviewing for entails? Do you really know what you're getting yourself into? Number 2, will you be able to get going quickly, and will you be able to perform the way they want you to? And number 3, are you the right fit for this role, for what they're looking for, and will you start right away? Will you get going quickly? Okay, that's more than 3 things, but whatever. So the question they ask you prompts your response, and what you do is you pull out this plan because you have it with you and you have prepared it in advance, and then you're able to give them a really detailed and full answer. This also helps them know what you would be like if they hire you. Warning! Your 30, 60, 90-day plan needs to be completely customized to the specific job you are applying for. You cannot fake this. It needs to be created for that job. And yes, it's a lot of work, but honestly, it can make all the difference in you getting this job. If you don't customize it, if you don't tailor it to this particular position, there is really no point in proceeding. So how do you start? If you have been watching this channel, Careers by Jen, for a while, thank you. And you will know that I am a huge proponent of industry research and being prepared before you ever get into that interview room. So that's what you need to do first. You need to find the company mission statement. Go on to the company website, look at their values, look at any of the things that they say they are all about. Find their annual report, look at their social media. Find anything that they're putting out as far as advertising goes, publicity. Do LinkedIn research and see if you can find people on LinkedIn who actually work there and find out what they're all about. Do a Google search and see what comes up. This is legitimate creeping. And it's okay. What you are looking for are pain points, are challenges, are problems that they need solved, growth plans, new strategies and products or initiatives, things that you might be able to help with, anything that will help you to choose your focus and perhaps your top 3 priorities for creating this 30, 60, 90-day plan. Is there a problem this company has that the capacity of the role you're applying for would have in solving it? What could you do? There's no point trying to solve a giant problem that is not within the scope of practice of the role that you're applying for. So you need to make it realistic. But is there something that you can see as an outsider that you could, with your skills and talents and qualifications, try and find a solution for? That's what you're looking for. I'm waiting for Charlie to lie down so I can continue because he's making noise. Once you have your top 3 priorities set, you're going to get more specific about exactly what goals you're going to set and the time frame that you're going to do them in, and then your measurable outcomes, so your metrics. Once you get those set, then you are going to get specific on how exactly you're going to spend your time in those first 3 months. And so we start with the first 30, and I suggest you focus on learning. And the next month you move on to planning and getting ready to implement your ideas. And the 3rd month is about taking action. Let's get a little more specific for you. Day 1 to 30, you'll be onboarding. You'll be meeting people. You'll be listening to how things work. You'll be learning systems and procedures. You'll be learning protocols. You'll be getting a sense of the culture and the vibe of the organization and of the team that you are part of. How do things work? And who does what? Day 31 to 60, you'll be setting up best practices or expanding upon ones that already exist. You'll be setting goals for the next 30 days, meeting with your supervisor and your team, building relationships, asking for feedback on how you've been doing so far, and you'll be continuing to learn. Day 61 to 90, you'll be asking for more feedback, initiating new ideas and strategies, setting top priorities with goals, with actionable steps to meet those goals, and then planning for specific measurements or metrics. Now this sounds a lot and you might be thinking, good heavens, I don't even know this place yet. But you only need about 2 to 4 pages to be able to do this well. And mostly this document is for you to be able to speak from when answering questions during your interview. However, someone might want a copy of it. So make sure you have a nice copy of it printed out with you, and be willing to pivot if you learn something during the interview that makes you think, maybe I'd rather add that in and talk about that instead of the original thing that I'd written down. As you've probably guessed, this is not something that you can cram for the night before an interview. You need time to prepare. You need time to do that research. You need time to think about how what you've got already can be brought into this role, into this organization. You need time to set goals and to have this document ready so that you can blow them away with your well thought out ideas. If you would like a free template so that you can customize your own 30, 60, 90-day plan, click the link somewhere around here and you can get that. And subscribe if you haven't already. And if you want to know how best to answer the salary expectation question, then check out this next video and I will see you over there.